Hello and welcome to another Circomedia Youth Circus Home Edition video. I'm Rowan and today we're going to take a look at an introduction to standing in hands. This is a slightly trickier and riskier set of acro moves, so if you can find a nice clear space and ideally have a spotter there with you, that would be excellent. Additionally, if you've got some chalk, that's going to help with slippery hands and feet. So the very first thing we're going to do is have one person lying down and the flyer stood by the head. As a base, we're going to offer both of our feet to the flyer so they've got something to hold on to help balance, and they can also put a bit of their weight through the feet to help you lift as well. I'm going to have my palms out on the floor, and if I've got a soft enough surface, the flyer can stand on my hands on the floor. If it's a really hard floor, I might want to go straight up to the first standing position. Now let's take a look at this foot grip. Ball of my hand around the ball of the flyer's foot. My first knuckles are trying to push up as hard as they can, or as high as they can rather, into the arch of the foot, and two fingers are supporting the heel. They're just overlapping the end of the heel, and my other fingers can wrap around the side of the foot. I want to have my hand on a slight angle. I don't want to be pointing the foot entirely, but I definitely don't want the heel of the foot to be any lower than the front of the foot. When we step in, the flyer can lift their foot and hold it in the air so the base can find that grip before bringing it back down to the floor. All right, we can now step up 1 foot at a time. I'm trying to bring my elbows in as close to my sides as possible and ensure that my forearms are sticking straight up at 90 degrees from the floor. Keeping that angle in my wrists, trying to keep my lats and my core muscles engaged to stop any wobbling going on here. While also pushing up in the hands and wrists, and the flyer is trying to stand up very straight and trying not to balance themselves by moving from the hips or the shoulders or the ankles, and it's trying to just be a plank basically. If they're comfortable, they can take their hands away from the feet and stand straight up. To come down, they can put the hands back onto the feet, put some weight into the feet, and then step their feet off through between the legs. With this entrance, we can repeat it with just 1 foot supporting. If we want to take this up a level, we can try without the feet. So preparing the grip on the hands on the floor and then stepping 1 up at a time. I'm going to get this really nice and locked in straight, and now the flyer is going to step up onto it just like going up a flight of stairs. And I'm going to follow the other foot with the other hand so they've got something firm to step onto as soon as they're up. If we want to come down without the feet, we can release the grip and then just tip the hands slightly forward until the flyer jumps off. Something you can do in standing in hands to help feel more comfortable in your basic position is to step up and then release the grip on the feet so that just gravity is holding you in place. Keep your wrists nice and solid, don't let there be any movement forward or back, and the flyer is trying to do the same with their ankles. Pushing up just a little bit in the fingers, and the flyer's thinking about pushing down just a little bit with the toes. Once we're comfortable in the short arm position here, we can start thinking about ways to get to a long arm position here. The simplest way is to again use the feet for assistance and to step 1 foot up at a time, like so. So giving both of my feet to the flyer, which they can put a little bit of weight into, and they can lift 1 foot up and then the other. They can now crouch down and bring their chest up, coming into balance, and then stand up on the feet. This one you absolutely need a spotter for because the chances of it tipping over backwards are quite high, and it's actually quite a long way to fall now. To come down, the flyer can retake hold of the feet and then reverse the actions of the step before stepping off through the middle. Another way into long arm standing in hands is to, instead of step, push both feet together. This can be done as a conditioning exercise, both for the base, for a pressing up motion, and for the flyer as a lifting up motion, like pressing into handstand. Stepping the first section and then pushing together to lift up to long for the second section. The amount of weight that the flyer puts into the feet can be varied so that more of the exercise is done by the flyer or more of the exercise is done by the base.
Do try this at home.